Valley News Live and Gate City Bank present the Bison Football Show with head coach Chris Klieman.
An emotional senior day for Bison football. The loudest cheers were for local legend Chase Morlock, of course, but loud cheers for everybody. NDSU played inspired and rolled over Indiana State 41-17. We welcome to the set head coach Chris Klieman. And senior day is always special, always emotional too, isn't it?
It really is. What a great group of seniors. We didn't have a lot of them, but we had the right ones, and we had tremendous leaders, tremendous football players, and it's so fun for those guys to be honored on that last regular season home game.
What strikes me about this group too is a lot of local kids, the Leckler, Plankers, Stumpf, Morlock, a lot of kids that really play for the front of the jersey. They're proud to be here.
Yeah, they're true Bison, and they emulate Bison pride, and so glad that those guys came up and showed up really well on Saturday with a big win.
What'd you make of Indiana State coming in? They were 4-6. It was their last game, so you kind of expected their seniors to play hard.
Well, that was kind of the fear, is it was our last game with 18 seniors, and we really thought if we could jump on them early, we could get them out of the game. If we let them hang around, then we're going to have a battle, and that's why I was so happy with our guys. All phases, offense, defense, special teams, that they did jump on them early, and really at the end of the first quarter, I think we had them beat.
Yep, Bison won the toss and deferred, so as we look at the highlights here, Indiana State got the ball first, and that Bison D got cranked up early.
Yeah, great job on run defense. They ran a little wildcat against us. Good job adjusting.
Hey, they had to punt early, and 3 years ago, I guess it was now, Christian Dudzik took 2 punts back for touchdowns against the Sycamores. Darius Shepard did it in this game.
Yeah, great job by Coach Austin designing the scheme. Great job by the players executing it. And this is the 3rd week in a row Indiana State's given up a punt return for touchdown. And this was something that we thought we could get.
Wow, 7-0 early. That got the crowd into it. A very lively crowd, too. Credit to Bison Nation. That was a great November crowd. MJ Stumpf, wow, he rocks the quarterback.
Yeah, great job early on by the defensive staff of designing and drawing up a bunch of early pass blitzes.
Hey, offensively, you took a deep shot early, try to stretch that field a little bit.
Absolutely. We wanted to get R.J. more involved. We were going to take a shot, try to loosen that defense up, and obviously it worked in the first half.
You did get R.J. involved. He had just 3 catches the last 3 weeks, but he's still hanging around and still making catches at times, isn't he?
Yeah, it was a great throw and catch, and then a big run. We knew we could get this. They overloaded to our trip side, and Easton makes a great check at the line of scrimmage for the touchdown.
So you did get on him early. It's 14-0 real early. Pierre G. Tucker, wow, he lays the wood here.
Yeah, Pierre's playing at such a high level right now. He's a 4th-year senior that's playing tremendous football. Here you see him coming off the edge. He's a great blitzer as well as great in coverage, and a big game for Pierre.
That was the very next play he got that sack. While Easton Stick breaks free again.
Yeah, once again, same kind of formation, and Easton's so elusive and so fast in the open field, and another big play, explosive plays, and that's what we were looking for.
Some of the little parts of the game can be kick coverage. I thought really good effort by the kick coverage team on this one.
Yeah, the last couple weeks been tremendous on kick coverage here. I think Daniel Polanski does a great job making him bubble there, and then Perk, 5th-year senior, and Dan Marlette finishing him off at the 11.
They even got a penalty on that one, so they're buried deep, and that front 4 still dialed in.
Yeah, great job getting penetration. There's Blake Williams, Grant, and Greg Menard playing with a lot of emotion.
Now in the second quarter here, a corner blitz. Jalen Allison comes quick.
Yeah, great job by Jalen getting a big sack, and it's nice when you can bring him off the edge.
Easton Stick, this is a really nice edge throw here.
Really good job throwing it on the back shoulder to Shep for a big gain.
Hey, Chase Morlock running hard. He was one of the seniors playing with a lot of emotion, wasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Great job blocking, and then Chase gets out in the open field, makes a big gain for us.
Yeah, that was a huge hole right there. Great job. Cam Peterson gets a field goal out of this drive, 24-0. Cam had a nice day. They almost blocked that one, though.
They did a nice job timing it up and jumped the center. They must have everybody watched the Seahawks game, and now everybody has that in their playbook.
That's true. 3rd and 10. This is a 3-man front, forced fumble, takeaway.
A good job by Steidel, getting great heat, and Greg Menard with the recovery.
Hey, King Frazier was hurt in the Northern Iowa game, but he came back. He looked pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, we played him for a half and wanted him to have an opportunity on senior day to play, and I think he'll be better moving forward.
That was 31-0 now. They get a 6-yard run here. This was their first time across midfield in the first half.
Yeah, I think 24 is probably their best offensive weapon. He ran really hard.
Did get a run out the gate here for 29 yards, too.
Yeah, just one missed tackle. We missed a fit there, and it's good play by Indiana State.
Well, they get deep here, and they do actually get a touchdown. 31-7 at this point, and they caught the corner here.
Yeah, they were on their Wildcat, and they have some good skill kids, and they get around the edge for the score.
Well, an opportunity for a 2-minute drill here. 1:39 to go, but a batted ball comes back to Easton. You have to punt, so it looks like the 2-minute drill is gone here.
Yeah, we really wanted to get something going. We had a penalty, so we were behind the sticks a little bit, but then, you know, Jalen Allison comes up with a big interception, which allows us, even though there's only 12 seconds left, we still work that scenario of the 2-minute drive that we work every Monday. And good play call here by Coach Polisek, and getting Shep on the out route gives him a chance to get a few yards and get out of bounds.
Yeah, get out of bounds, and so you set up a long field. It's a 45-yarder, and wow.
You said this could have been good from 55.
Oh,
and that's big for us to have Cam kicking with a lot of confidence this late in the season.
Really steal 3 points right there. That's really a good thing to simulate for later on in a tight game. Might need that 2-minute drill. 34-7, 200 total yards for the Bison. Turnovers 2 for Indiana State, none for the Bison. It was just a great first half for NDSU. Before we break down the second half, on the Gate City Bank hot seat, Robbie Grimsley. Okay, Robbie, your favorite pro team in any sport?
Green Bay Packers, for sure.
Who would you describe as your hero?
My dad, definitely.
Okay. Favorite sport other than football?
Track.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Name something you are bad at.
Swimming. I can swim. Not good.
Just not competitively, right?
Not good at all.
Okay. What drives you crazy about your roommates?
Leaving the lights on, definitely.
That's a good one. Visit any place in the world, where would it be?
London, England, probably.
What do you like most about the Bison coaching staff?
The passion that they have coaching us.
That's true. One thing people don't know about you.
Born in California.
Wow, that's a good one. All right, thanks, Robbie. Coach, when you have a big lead at halftime, you always worry about how to finish a game when you have a big lead.
Yeah, no question. And we needed to talk about getting some guys out so we can get some younger guys in, but maintain our edge, maintain our focus. Wanted to be able to run the football and those other things. But we knew we were going to play some younger guys and we're going to make some mistakes.
You know, I thought really good on this first drive. You get the ball to start the second half, won the toss, deferred, so you get the ball to start. Really good drive here to put some points on the board and come out of the gates good here.
Yeah, a really good job. I thought there was a great run by Chase, bouncing it outside and getting a big first down.
Easton had a lot of time to throw. Good job by the Rams, I thought, on this drive in particular, but there was nothing there, so he tucked it and ran. Boy, the quarterback run was good.
It was really good. They took away our wheel route, and so Easton takes it off for a big gain.
That was a good gain. Now this next play, I think a nice little quick pitch. I like this play a lot, and it gets Lance an opportunity to get to the corner.
Well, it looks like power going to the left, but we toss it and flip it over to Lance, and does a great job of beating the guy around the edge for a score. Big drive, great drive for the offense.
I agree. 41-7 now. So now they keep playing, though. I give them credit. They did not quit. 14-play drive here. For Aaron Young, 13-yard pass.
Yeah, they did some really good things. They mixed it up with the run and the pass, and made some plays and ran the sprint draw, and they did some nice things.
Yep, draw play for 10 yards right there, and then a 3rd and 23. You do force a punt on this. They ran 14 plays on this drive, but you still force a punt, so great job by the defense.
Yeah, great job forcing the punt, and good job everybody rallying the ball. There's a good play by Dom Davis.
Yep, Dom Davis. The ones are still in. Substitutes are going to get into this game, and you see some runs here. This was a 3-and-out. Just trying to run the clock here at this point, though.
Yeah, we're trying to get the game going. They come back to their Wildcat stuff. This kid really makes a nice play, flipping it out late. Great hustle there by Greg Menard from the backside DN.
Yeah, that was a broken play. They made something out of nothing right there. We're in the 4th quarter already, substituting. They left their one offense in, though, so they get an 11-yard pass play here.
Yeah, I think this was a 4th down play that they do a nice job sprinting away from our blitz.
Yeah, I thought really great pursuit, though, by the Bison defense. These kids were playing hard. These are the number 2s, a lot of the guys in here now.
Good job by Tuska, and then Pierre coming in there to finish it off.
Force a field goal. We talk about that. That's always good to force a field goal when they get deep in your red zone.
No question. Keep them out of the end zone, and that's been kind of our mentality on defense.
Hey, it was good to get Cole Davis some reps. He got almost a full quarter here, didn't he?
Yeah, it was really good to get Cole some reps. We had even James in there for a rep. Great catch here by Jensen, and really good throw by Cole.
Biggest play of the day versus the Bison number 2 defense. They did get a 35-yard run here, and these are important reps for these kids to learn game-type situations.
Yeah, we need to be able to keep the cup. We have to be able to tackle in space, and we weren't able to get that done, and they have a good game.
Hey, they were really playing hard on the goal line here, though. They do get a touchdown, but you made them work for it.
Yeah, they do a nice job getting it in there, and good reps for our guys to learn from.
Yep, 41-17 at this point. Dimitri Williams, boy, this kid's fast. This is a jet sweep right here.
Yeah, he's doing some really nice things. He's returning some kicks now. He's a strong runner, too. He's hard to bring down with one guy.
All right, now a punt. Jackson Kuntz, this is a fantastic punt, but look who makes the tackle here, the snapper.
I'm telling you, Fish is really good, and you know, nobody's had a lot of opportunities to make tackles, but Fish is working on it every day in practice, and great job. I'm real happy for Fish.
Hey, Blake Williams on the front four. He got a lot more reps this week with the Tanguay injury. This shows a little bit of his mobility. Look, he runs down a guy in space here.
Yeah, good job. Blake's playing really hard, and he needs to step it up after we lost Nate.
Hey, these number 2s and 3s, these kids are playing hard, and this means a lot to them, reps like this.
Yeah, really good job of preventing a first down on 4th and short there.
Good to see Damaris Purifoy healthy in uniform playing.
Yeah, and he's not quite healthy, but we need to get him some snaps. We think he has a bright future, and good job by the young Rams, and Damaris getting a nice gain.
All in all, a great effort by NDSU, 41-17, a quality win, got some momentum. We're getting late in the year here, just one game left, so momentum is key. Rushing yards, the Bison really grinded it out, 243 yards. Total yards, the Bison had 316 yards. Let's hear what the players had to say after the game.
Offensive line played really well, and guys ran hard and made plays with the football, and you know, defense kind of got after him there in the first half, and that's always fun.
Talking about, you know, having an explosive play, and I think, you know, the offense did a great job, you know, blocking for Easton, and he set up those runs real well, and special teams, you know, that can be a game changer, so hopefully we can keep that momentum and bring it to the, you know, the next couple of games we have.
It was key, you know, to get off. We stressed it all week, starting fast, and with Darius's play there on the punt return, that just, you know, excelled the offense to start even faster. And we got a couple big plays, and yeah, but just having the family down here in town and finishing it off on a great note is it's pretty awesome.
We really wanted to play our best for these seniors, you know, like P right here and Chase and all those guys, and we really want to play. We knew the underclassmen had to step up and do their part, so it's really just, you know, staying focused and executing the game plan.
You know, I grew up watching the Bison on Saturdays, and I never really knew it could happen, and then when it did, I just, you know, tried to give it my all, and I know when I hang it up someday, you know, I'll look back and know that I represented the state as well as I could, and being a Bison is just, it's meant the world to me.
Boy, that about makes your eyes water right there, doesn't it?
It really does. What a unique, great young man in Lando, and so happy for all those seniors. I wouldn't be where I'm at today without the great effort of those seniors and any of our coaching staff. We're so appreciative of those guys.
Hey, this week's Nodak Mutual Insurance Player of the Game is senior Pierre G. Tucker. 12 tackles, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss. G. Tucker got after it on senior day. He fought through injuries in his career, worked hard to develop his game. Pierre G. Tucker has turned into an outstanding Bison linebacker.
I just look at all the adversity and everything I fought through, injuries, not being able to get on the field, being away from home, you know, it's just so much, but I chose to stick through, you know, because I have my teammates, my family backing me, and I believe, like everybody say, those states will be champions. I believe that, and that's just not in football. I believe that in life as well.
Also a great comment right there. He fought through some things. It was a big recruiting battle to get him. He's had a fine career here.
He's had a great career. Really happy for Pierre. He was one of the guys that I recruited before I ended up becoming the head coach, and so happy for Pierre's success. And he's a really appreciative guy, and he loves being a part of the Bison. Well,
we pulled out a defensive formation that we wanted you to take a look at that was really good. 3rd and 10. Look at this. We got Greg Menard in a linebacker set. Describe this for us.
Well, it's fun for Greg. I know that. And they're looking at Greg saying, wait, what's he doing back there? So they ID'd Greg, and they let Steidl go. And great design by the defensive coaches. And fun to have those guys playing a little bit different. But that's, you know, Greg's athletic enough to play a lot of spots for us. And I think moving forward in the playoffs, that's potentially going to help us move him around.
Yeah, you got a takeaway there, too, as well. And how about these young defensive tackles as well? Without Tanguay, the injury was such big news. These guys took some of the reps. Blake Williams, we showed him a little bit. I thought he did well. Jack Darnell. Break down these 3 guys that are going to play opposite of Steidl now.
Yeah, well, Grant Morgan's a veteran guy that has a lot of experience and has played a lot for us, and I'm really confident in Grant really stepping up his game. And then Blake and Jack are kind of the younger, newer guys that are getting more and more repetition with the loss of Nate. Then you throw Caleb Butler in there and Cole Karch. We're moving some guys around to try to fill up those 40, 50 snaps that Nate had. But we have some depth there, which is a key factor. And those guys being able to play this week against Indiana State really helped them.
And what's the status of Butler? He missed the second half yesterday, a little bit of a shoulder injury. Was that kind of precautionary?
Well, we'll learn more probably today and tomorrow, but Caleb is playing at a high level for us, and we need to have him healthy for the stretch run.
Well, here we go. The standings. It's going to come down to the last weekend for the outright Valley title. 6-1 for the Bison, 6-1 for South Dakota State. And you look at this, Coach, Northern Iowa, Illinois State have played themselves back into a good situation. They're at least at minimum on the bubble. Western Illinois now finds themselves in a little bit of a tough spot.
Yeah, I would say the top three are for sure in, and then who knows? We'd like to get a fourth. I don't think we'll get a fifth, but we'd like to get a fourth. Now, where that's going to come, it all depends on this weekend. But it's fun. We have everything at stake with one game left, and we get to go on the road to play a really good South Dakota team.
And South Dakota played South Dakota State very, very tough in that rivalry game, and South Dakota State now has to go to Cedar Falls. That'll be an interesting last game this week, won't it?
Yeah, it really will. There's a lot of intriguing matchups there, and we're just worried about the one in Vermilion.
Exactly. Hey, Zach Johnson, another one of those seniors. Boy, this kid fought through injuries as well. He's having a really good senior year, a fantastic offensive lineman. We'll check in with him. Stay with us. Welcome back to the show. The Bison have 3 guys that were routinely mentioned in preseason watch lists. 2 of those guys are now in street clothes with injuries, Nick DeLuca and Nate Tangway. The other is Zach Johnson. Big Zach has the interest of NFL scouts, does have an injury on his record, but as we find out in this week's Olaf Anderson construction feature story, it's that injury that has fueled his stellar play in his senior season.
Given the size of the Bison football roster, there are bound to be players with the same name. To settle it and save confusion with Zach Johnson, the senior Zach Johnson has a nickname.
We had an offensive lineman named Sam Hahn my freshman year, came in with my class. They called him Han Solo, and then Anthony Lavoie started calling me Jabba the Hutt. And it just stuck from there, and everyone's called me it since. And I'm sure there's probably people on this team that don't even know my real name. They just know me by Jabba.
With a nickname like Jabba, it's easy to see the type of personality Zach has.
He's one of the guys who's continually locked in the entire meeting room. He brings a little bit of levity to the meeting room. As it gets closer and closer to game day on Saturdays, you can see his intensity level, his focus continue to raise to the level that we expect here.
Zach was off to a promising start to his career at NDSU before a knee injury caused him to miss the entire 2014 season.
And that was tough on me, and I'll be the first one to admit it. But just knowing how much that other guys count on me beside them and how much I count on them, they brought me back up to where I'm supposed to be and helped me get back to where I am at now.
Now in his final season with the Bison, Johnson has become a force of his own and a leader of the team.
You get back and watch the game afterward and kind of look for what 66 was doing, just because he plays extremely hard and is extremely talented.
For the Bison Football Show, I'm Alex Egan.
Well, Zach Johnson's another guy. We talked about the injury a little bit there, but he had that tough injury, had to miss an entire year, fought his way back, though, and that's a credit to him.
Really is, and he's a dominant player. Yeah. Those 3 senior offensive linemen, Plankers, Leckler, and Big Zach, have been a force all year long and have been a force throughout their career. And as we go on offense, it's usually those Rams up front, and Zach's done a great job.
The NFL scouts, sometimes they'll shy away when the guy has an injury on his record, but the NFL scouts, they're still talking about Zach, aren't they?
Well, when you're a lineman, they're always going to take a look at you because it's so hard, especially the style of play that we have and we run affords all those guys an opportunity, I think, once their careers are over with here, to get an opportunity in the NFL.
And it seems like this group is really starting to gel, the offensive line, doesn't it? I mean, there's some older guys that have been around a long time.
Yeah, there are. We have, those 5 starters have played every game, and we've been fortunate to keep those guys healthy, knock on wood, and we've played some backups there. But, for us to be successful, it starts up front, both sides of the ball. Yeah. And as good as we've been on the offensive line, we're rushing for over 200 yards a game, it seems like, routinely. That's demoralizing for a defense when you're just going to get pounded on for 4 quarters.
Yeah, it sure does. Well, as we mentioned last week, the Bison love their walk-on program. In this week's Peterson Farm Seed Future Crop of Bison, we check in with Zach Kuntz. The walk-on program is an opportunity for in-state kids to play for the Bison. Some take it and run and earn a scholarship and become a part of the Bison tradition. It's that fact that has motivated a Grand Forks kid, Zach Kuntz, to come south to Fargo.
Camps were a big thing. I was up here all 4 years leading up to my decision, and I just loved what they did with the program. All the coaches are fantastic. Just the players that I met, all the people here. You know, it's only an hour away from Grand Forks. Location, academics, you know, the football program, one of a kind. So it's just a combination of all those things.
How's he doing on the scout team?
Well, for starters, he made a huge impact during summer camps, and that's what intrigued us about Zach. And he's a fullback. Those are hard to find, and he's a really good player and tremendous athletically. Had a little bit of a knee this year that slowed him down, but he's got a bright future. We're looking forward to having him in spring ball to see what he can do.
And this is really the time of year, isn't it, too, where the scout team becomes very important. Maybe a potential bye week coming up. You got the playoffs coming up. This is really a time where they need to give you guys a good look, isn't it?
They need to give us a great look, and they'll also get some great opportunities working with the coaches moving forward when we kind of rest some of the starters and just have some individual periods just for these young guys so that we can continue to develop them, because that's what we are, a developmental program.
Well, the South Dakota Coyotes are up next. We're going to preview that matchup. Stay with us. South Dakota's not in the playoff picture, Coach, but they're a tough team, and they've been in a lot of close games.
They really have, and it's their senior day. We have a tremendous amount of respect for Coach Nielsen, who left Western and went to South Dakota. Obviously, the Coyotes beat us last year at our own place, and the guys will remember that. But it's going to be a physical four-quarter football game that we have to play our best to be successful.
Bison Radio Network will be fired up, statewide television as well. Verizon is the better network, and they were the sponsor for our look ahead there. South Dakota, the Coyotes, and the Bison this week from Vermilion. Enjoy this ride, folks. The playoffs are coming. We'll see you next time.